What's up, YouTube? This is Kevin with G Mowers, and today, I just want to let y'all know I'm the owner of this company. We have I don't know, 6 brands of mowers that we carry, and we do have mowers that are up in the $34,000 range. And I want to tell y'all my top pick out of all the mowers. Now, this is for me personally. I have 2 picks, and they're both bad boy mowers. And I want to show you why. So, man, I hope this wind doesn't kill us on this. I don't have a fancy microphone or nothing, and I don't have my gimbal. But I want to go over this. This is a 2025 Bad Boy Rogue. I've got 2 styles here, and I'll also show you a rear discharge option in this thing. But just to give you an example, this mower here, I'm just going to start out by the price. That way y'all can just turn this off if you don't want to hear it. They start $11,799. That's for a 54-inch with 35 horse FX 1000V Kawasaki. They run all the way to 12 something, with a 72-inch deck. I'd say $12,899. Retail on this machine is $14,620 to $15,741. Now, the first price I gave you was cash price. The retail price is what all the discounts are going to be based off of that they have. They do have a veteran discount. They have a fleet program where you can buy 1 push mower and get 26% off of this thing, which is awesome, and your push mower. So you can get a little better discount off even that cash price. If you pay financing, you will pay all of the finance fee that the bank charges for a promo rate. So if it's a 0%, that's the most expensive buy down. Bad Boy doesn't include any of it into the price. Now, they do include it in the MSRP, but I basically just charge y'all exactly what the bank charges for the promo and let y'all decide. So anyways, man, long story short, the reason this is my favorite mower is basically the ride. It is not, I feel like it's the best ride in the industry for what it is. You might can get a little better ride out of an IS 5100 or 5500 Ferris, but man, I just don't see it. And I saw one YouTube video where the guy was demoing this against a Super Z, but this had tweels on the back. And then, of course, you got to remember, our mower has no flats on the front. Now, that Hustler Super Z had flex forks on the front, had regular tires with low air tire pressure, and it also had, regular tires on the front. So you got to understand the ride of this machine. So what the Rogue does is, and I don't know if y'all can see these front forks, but nobody in the industry builds a front fork this heavy duty. This comes with no flat tires, which you have to pay for with most brands. It also has an articulating front end that's an independent, completely separated articulating system with the rubber compression shock. I love the ride of this thing. It also has your $1,000 3M seat, but the main action is going to be on your rear end. So it's going to have this long travel, independent, 3-link suspension system, and it's got a similar feel to a Razor on the back, or old Volkswagen. But it also has the rubber compression shocks too. It also has some spring action on the platform of the seat. But your main setup is going to be this frame machine, and the way it does, it kind of spiders it, so it doesn't affect your cut quality as much as it does on that IS 5100. With those shocks, because you get a lot of dipping. With this mower, the only heavy dipping you're going to get is if you're on a 15% grade or something, and then you're just hitting the bumps hard. You are going to get some dents. This deck, there's no deck stouter in the industry. This has the stoutest 3-gauge metal deck in the industry. It's also the easiest to work on. Your floorboard just flips up. If you need to take the belt off or anything, you just use hand nuts here. So my ex-wife, she could just take those little nuts off and replace the belt in like 5 minutes in the parking lot. She made a lot of men look bad up here. It's just a funny thing. But this has dual gas tanks. They are gravity fed. Your cool thing with this mower is that you run the old school system. So you have 18 cubic inch Parker wheel motors, And then you also have 16cc Hydra Gear pumps. Now this system is massive. It's got a 9-quart reservoir completely separated. So each transmission has 4.5 quarts of oil. So it's a very cool running transmission. Now you will get a little more cooling out of a hyperdrive Hustler, but then you're going to pay, $18,000 for that mower. So this mower here, you're going to be paying in that 12 to 13,000 range. So cool thing with this, you can get air cooled. You can get 35 Kawasaki air cooled. You can get a 38.5 horse fuel injected Kawasaki. You can get a 40 horse Vanguard. We do have a 38.5 horse Kohler fuel injected as well. So you've got a lot of engine options with this mower. 61 and 72 inch deck. You can get a rear discharge option, which is good for a lot of the solar farms or cemetery workers. Cool new thing for 25. Besides just some cosmetic changes, they really didn't have to change anything. They've really perfected this. On the 38.5 horse Kawasaki only, on that motor, EFI, you get this option. And I need a key to show you, but check this option out. Now a lot of people get mad at me when we go to finance a mower and you have to pay a little extra for the bad boy on the 0% interest, which you do with every other mower. They're just not baked into the price. So this thing here is the first time that I've seen bad boy mowers have the gas on this control panel. Usually they're cheesy little gas gauges that I don't ever trust. This is going to be a better gas gauge for y'all. This is completely new. So but this is only on the 38.5 horse EFI motor. So also the reason that I picked this mower is the cut quality is really good in our area. Now, I will be honest with you, I can get just a hair. And again, a human really can't tell the difference, a normal human. But somebody's been cutting for, 20 years, you can tell a cut quality difference. So I can get just a hair better cut here with the Grasshopper deck or the Skag Velocity 2 deck. I get a little dirtier with the Skag deck, but I don't as much with the Grasshopper deck or this deck. But I sacrifice just that little bit of edge for this ride. It is incredible. No other mower rides like this. It's completely unique. They do have a patent on it. And if you can feel like I'm just barely pushing on this, your other thing is like on the roll bars and stuff, this is not just automotive paint. This is textured like a rhino liner. Just little details that I really like about Bad Boy. The other thing I really like about Bad Boy is most mowers, when I drive it across the yard, they have all this rattling and stuff with the deck lift, the pins, the chains on the deck. Bad Boy doesn't have any of that. They've eliminated all the rattles. The only rattle I get is this ROPS crap here, which I can just take that off or put a little tissue paper to eliminate that rattle. That's another reason. The deck lift is so simple. I just kick in on the deck, I turn the dial, release my transport lock there, and I'm rolling. And so for me, that's why I favor this. The other thing, man, these handles, when I grab these, they're square. They feel like I'm grabbing something. Some of these little old mowers, they got little old handles about that big and they're all floppy. This thing here is solid. The other thing that I like about Bad Boy is, like, when I get on a Gravely or I get on a Kubota, it's like I'm driving an army tank. Like, it's just real stiff, right? When I get, say, on a Hustler, it's really, really, really smooth, right? So what Bad Boy did, and I've got some people that hate the smooth, that want the jerkiness, and I've got some people that don't, and they like other things. So what Bad Boy did is they've got 19 different settings right here where I can make this thing drive like any mower out. I can't get quite as smooth as the Hustler because their dampeners are just a hair smoother operation. They're steering dampeners. But other than that, man, this mower gets the most attention of any mower I've ever used. So I've actually gotten new yards when I first started mowing grass because I bought the Bad Boy mower. Because they're like, man, I had a wing on the back like a spoiler, and they would take me because they're like, man, that's the dude with the race car mower. You know, so a lot of the other guys had, you know, boring, you know, brown mowers or red mowers, and they were just plain looking. They didn't have any cool sporty things on them. And but the Bad Boy always looked. I had a Lightning. That's what I started this mess on. And the Lightning is just simply the old version of the Rogue. So what I'm going to show y'all is the new design for Bad Boy. They were doing this in New Zealand and Australia and some of the countries that they don't really like side discharge. You don't get as optimum of a cut out of the rear discharge decks. But I'm going to show you a 72-inch Rogue. And again, this mower is under $13,000, right? So this is the rear discharge setup. So instead of having side, it's just all closed off. The other cool thing about Bad Boy I forgot to tell you about is that on the Maverick HD and up, they all have factory stripe rollers on the decks now. So that's why you're getting a little better of a cut. I don't know if I did that right. I might have just really flipped y'all around on this video. But anyways, and the trick is how I would buy my Rogue. I would buy a Rogue, and I would buy a 21-inch commercial Bad Boy push mower. You're almost getting the push mower for free if you buy it that way. That is my tip for you. Your dealer's gonna hate that because they actually make, they almost make nothing off of your deal. So their profit margin will almost be nothing. And then Bad Boy will give them credit back. And I wanna say it might be like, I don't know, $400 or $500 or something. It's not very much. And so your dealer's gonna hate me for that, but you get 26% off retail. So that's gonna be at $14,600 to $15,741. You're gonna get 26% off. Now, Bad Boy charges all of us dealers a little shipping charge on that mower. And so that will have to be added to that on top of that 26% discount. Also, a lot of dealers will fill them up with gas. You got to remember that's 13 gallons. So they may charge a $50 setup and destination charge or something to help pay for that gas that they're putting in it. We use non-ethanol, like a higher end gas to start with. So, but yeah, y'all come see us. We're at 623 North Main in Paris, Texas. So if y'all don't know where that is, we're in the top northeast corner of Texas. And we do ship to your house, hot shot. So the mower will come off the trailer ready to mow. And we're getting very competitive rates. We have 42 companies that bid on your job. So we have shipped mowers all over the country this year. We've never really done this before, but we want to open this up for you guys so we can actually ship y'all parts and take care of y'all from here. But y'all come see us and y'all keep up with the videos, and I thank y'all so much for your support on my channel. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.